I wanted to give a quick update about the book and the samples and what you can expect, because we've had some questions about the scratch and tear versus the regular. First off, I wanted to just cover what you've already seen in some of the videos and the images. This is a sample, a very, very early sample, and we've increased its size by about 0.79 inches or 2 centimeters in height and half that in width. So the final dimensions will be this, which is larger, which is always better. Then when we go inside, again, ignore the fact that this is a very, very early sample. These are the scratch and tear, the scratch zones. So I call them discovery zones. Why? Because when you scratch it off, you discover which encounter you're going to be running. It shows you the page number. And let me just demonstrate that on a sample that we received of an improved scratch and tear. This is version 2, and we have a version 3 already coming up, but you will see that these are very easy to scratch off. So let me just use my finger here. You can see it's a very soft scratch off layer, and you can use the Grunk coin for that, of which we don't yet have a sample, but you can see it scratches off completely. Which means you can reveal the entire encounter and its illustration behind it. It will show the page number and the title, as well as the illustration that matches that encounter. Right now we don't have the illustrations on here, so it's a map. But for example, Silver Springs shows you the page number and the encounter sequel, so where you can find the sequel, if it has a sequel. For example, here you see D, and if you scratch that off, it shows you page 44 is where you can find the sequel. So that's it for the scratch off part. And then the tear, the scratch and tear, the tear part is actually when you tear open this strip, it will allow you to reveal the inside of the encounter, like so. This is also already changed. It's going to look much nicer. Much more complete. And you will have your notes page here instead of here, because that didn't make sense to have it here, which means that while you're looking at your encounter, you can also put notes down on this page. For the non-scratch and tear version, these discovery zones will be completely uncovered, and this strip will basically already be opened for you. So instead of tearing it open yourself, it will just have a clean cut and you can just unfold it. So it's the foldable versus the tearable. This is also a very early sample, so it's not representative of how it will tear off in the final product, because the final product, we make sure that when you tear it open, and it's also a bit too close to the edge here, which makes it harder, but the final product will be much easier to tear open. And once I have that sample, I will share it with you and show it to you, because I don't want you to get confused by samples that are not representative of the final product. And that's it.